Okay, and we're back. Welcome back to Z House Gaming. It's Mr. Z. We are here in, well, kind of the area we woke up in after being defeated by that monstrosity. And we're going to proceed through these doors here. Okay, this leads to some kind of catacomb. Ah, a site of grace. Let's rest. We just defeated the soldier of Godric and went through the tutorial area. Now, here, and by the way, it is a nice touch, all the little blood spatters. If you've ever played Dragon Age Origins, after a fight, your characters would completely be covered by blood. It was a cool effect at the time, but it kind of looked almost silly. This actually looks pretty good. So we have some fog walls here that we can't pass through, and the reason is because it's locked by this stone sword key mechanism, which are these stone gargoyles. I'll say yes. He's going to look and be like, huh? I don't have anything. So I don't have a stone sword key. I need stone sword keys to unlock these doors. Trust me, we don't want to be going down there right now anyway. So we are going to just proceed up through this way. So, okay. So what did I just pick up? A finger severer and a tarnished furled finger. So what, pray tell, are those? Well, let's take a look. A tarnished furled finger creates a summon sign for cooperative multiplayer. Arrive as a cooperator, a furled finger with the objective of defeating the area boss of the world to which you were summoned. A finger of corpse wax furled like a hook. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. And then its counterpart is the finger severer, which you can use as a host of fingers to select a summoned player and send them back to their world. Use when you've been summoned to another player's world to return to your own world. This phantom blade severs the link formed by a furled finger, but the maidens scorn those who abuse its use. So basically you can just put down a summoning sign like you could in the Dark Souls series, and if another player is having trouble defeating a boss, they can actually summon you to help them fight that boss. And apparently the finger severer just gets you out of there. I probably won't be doing much multiplayer. I tend to just prefer the single player experience. That's where I have most of my fun. Alright, so there's really nowhere else to go but here. Now, the first time you see this, you're like, holy crap, look at this place. Welcome to Limgrave. The thing about this game is anything you see, for the most part, you can get to. It's not just a pretty piece of the background. It's almost overwhelming at first. You come out here and you look around and you're like, where do I even begin? Well, you just do it. If you're like me, you go back here first and you kind of take a peek at what's back here, which is just some row of fruits. You have these birds, I think they're called stormhawks or something. You can hunt them for their feathers, which are used in crafting. That's a flight pinion. There's these little muskrat type creatures, or squirrels, or rabbit squirrels or something roaming around. Don't really know what those are. Unless I'm really going after creating a lot of items that are made with their parts. Probably just leave them alone for the most part. So here we have our first sight of grace, and oh, look at that guy out there. Looks like a pretty noble guy. We'll talk to him in a little bit. Here we have a summoning pool. Okay. Find it easy to summon other players at these locations. Yes, okay. And I got a small golden effigy, which I can use I can send a cooperative summon sign to several nearby summoning pools. In cooperative multiplayer, your objective will be to defeat the area boss of the world to which you were summoned. Area boss? What area boss? Huh, okay. So these little twinkling trails of golden light let us know that there's a site of grace here, so we will rest after activating it. Who's this guy? The map. Use your map to check your current position. Okay, so here's the map. The map basically shows us other sites of grace we've been to. Mercifully, in this game, you can teleport to sites of grace at will. So all you have to do is come to the map, pick a site of grace, and you will travel there instantly. This little symbol here kind of tells us a direction to move in. Tells us where one of our major objectives is. Now, as we'll find out, going north isn't necessarily the right answer. If you happen to start going east and then south, you'll see some of these things starting to point in those directions. So they just kind of guide you along the way and lead you to main points of interest. Who are you?
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Hey, watch it.
Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
So I'm maidenless, and I don't have an invitation to the Round Table Hold. You're speaking a different language.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Okay.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
Godric the Grafted lives up there?
It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are. It's time you to Castle.
So basically, anytime you encounter an NPC, you just want to keep talking to them until they exhaust all of their dialogue, because they keep giving you bits of information. Now let's see if I can attune, well, in Dark Souls it was called attunement, but see if I can memorize my incantations. Do I have them memorized? I have Urgent Heal and Assassin's Approach. Wait, that's removing it. I don't want to do that. So I do have them. Okay. So, what do I do about this? Oh, it's in the shield slot. So if I switch to my Finger Severer... Oh, okay. Then I have an Urgent Heal ability. How do I use it, though? Oh, I just used like I'm using a shield. Okay, got it. Let's find out what those spells do real quick. So I have Urgent Heal, which is an incantation of the Two Fingers Faithful. Heals a small amount of HP. It can be cast while in motion. The Two Fingers has high hopes for the Tarnished that even if they should be wounded, even that should they fall, they will continue to fight for their duty. And we have Assassin's Approach, completely silences the footsteps of the caster. Additionally, reduces fall damage and the sound produced by falling. Can be cast while in motion or crouching. The assassins were charged with eliminating Tarnished who had strayed from guidance. Okay, awesome. So let's just set off into this vast world. This guy looks pretty cool. Let's try to talk to him and see what he has to say. Hello, sir? Hi. Do you have any? Nope. 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 Okay. Bye. I'm getting out of there quickly. So he's gonna run me down. I can't get up this cliff, can I? Is he gonna leave me alone? Okay, you can't come up here, can you? I'm by a site of grace, man. Can you just leave? That was a very bad idea. Phew. I knew that was going to happen. I just did that for you, the viewer's benefit, because it's funny. So essentially, in Elden Ring, you've got these world bosses, or these field bosses as they're known as, and they just kind of wander around, and if you get too close to them, they'll kill you. That is, of course, unless you kill them first. And the Tree Sentinel is the first such character you encounter. Now there are people who will just try to go at him. These rune structures are all over Limgrave. And they have these ruin fragments on them, which I still don't know what they do. But anyway, the field bosses, some people will go after them and just try to repeatedly try to kill them. Point is, From Software has a habit of putting enemies out there that you are just simply not meant to kill yet. And as a matter of fact, speaking of that, the map... I hear him in his hoofs. Ah, look! Must be a site of grace nearby. Yep, there he is. So he's just to the east of me. So just to the east of me. This map allows you to place markers down, which is nice. You can place 100 of them down. I'm going to place a skull there, denoting that we've got a boss there to go back and kill later on. Much later on. The Church of Ella. So where in the world do I level up? I'm still level 1, correct? Oh yeah, no, I mean, level 1. Level 10 was the starting level for this class. And yes, I am still level 10. Okay. No ability to level up at this point. So, you can strengthen armaments in this game by using smithing stones to improve your armor and weapons. Well, yeah, I believe you can improve your armor as well. I just received a smithing stone, so can I strengthen my sword? I can strengthen my sword to the tune of 280 runes. And I will, from 117 plus 13 damage, I'll do 123 plus 14 damage. So let's... Additional items required. Ah, I need 2 smithing stones and I only have 1, so... Well, I guess we're not going to do anything about that now. Who's this fella? How's it going?
You're a Tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Tell me about yourself.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
What do you recommend?
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
That is actually a very good recommendation. So let's take a look at what he's got for sale. You can sort items by type. I just usually look at all of them. How many runes do I have? 603 runes. Throwing daggers are pretty useful. I only have 603 runes. So I will take the crafting kit. I'm also going to buy one of these notes. Notes and recipe books are very important. Notes aren't as important if you already know your way through the game, but for lore purposes and for little hints, they're fun. So I'm going to buy this first note talking about the Flask of Wondrous Physic. So I'll take those items.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so item crafting. You can come here, and this is essentially where you can make things out of the raw materials that you obtain from the environment and from killing non-hostile little critters that wander around. For instance, this flight pinion can be used to probably, I think, to make arrows. Crafting item, yeah, commonly used for arrow fletchings. Okay. So I picked up this smithing stone. It's a stone used to smith a variety of armaments. A shard found in plenty strengthens armaments up to +3. Smithing stone is found throughout the lands between, and mining galleries built to excavate it can be found anywhere. Now I've got this crafting kit, a leather bag containing a pestle and mortar, a small blade, and various other tools. Enables item crafting from the main menu, provides both means to fight and to survive. So, this guy's pretty important. He should show up on the map now. Now, if you'll notice, none of the details of the area I'm in are filled in. That's because you have to actually locate these pillars in the world that contain map fragments, which can actually fill in some of the landmarks and such. So, I'm going to go this way first. Ooh, there's a statue up there. I'm going to check that out. Oh, here we have a Trina's Lily. Let's find out what that is. It's exceedingly rare. Okay, material used for crafting items, a light purple water lily that is on the verge of wilting. It's a material used for crafting items exceedingly rare to find. A symbol of the faith in Saint Trina, dulls the senses, preventing agitation. Holy smokes, I almost fell off the ledge. Alright. What the heck are those things? Ah, we didn't read our note. Apologize, guys, but I'm a lore hound, so if I pick anything up, I'm going to read its description. This is a note sold by a nomadic merchant imparting knowledge in brief. A flask of wondrous physics still remains in the Third Church of America north of the Mistwood. Cross the highway bridge and follow the animal trail north. Alright, so that'll be something we want to learn. Something we want to follow up on later. So what is this thing up here? Oh, also, yeah. Throughout the world there are these skulls And they contain these golden runes. Golden runes are the equivalent of souls in the Dark Souls or Souls-like games. These can be used as items, as consumables, to quickly obtain a specific amount of runes. Grace that dwells within the inhabitants of the lands between, the lingering trace of gold, used to gain a small number of runes. Runes are nourishment for the development of any tarnished, provided a finger maiden can be found. And look at this amazing sky. This game has just absolutely stunning graphics and vistas. What in the world is this? See, what is it with these people with the elongated necks and fingers? It's just so bizarre. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. So now he's got this beam coming out of his hand that's pointing somewhere. So let's see what the heck that leads to. There's some more ruin fragments. That's right, folks. I'm going to check out what that is. It's a stone fragment found near places where ruins have fallen from the sky. It can be used for crafting or simply for throwing at enemies. These shards of stone are believed to have once been part of a temple in the sky. And they glow with a faint light from within. Okay. So I'm not just going to use them as rocks to throw at people. That seems kind of silly. Oh, look at this. Hello. Ooh, maybe I should use one of my... How do I use my... Oh. Whoops. Is that what I... There we go. Too late now, they can already see me. They're already alerted to my presence. A little hitchy glitchy there, folks. Sorry about that. Ooh, I'm not making any sound when I walk. That's really cool. Yeah, he dropped something. What do you got there for me, buddy? Roa fruit. Okay. On the one hand, I feel bad. These people were just here scavenging. And who are these people? Just the remains of nobles who once lived in the area? They're obviously undead. And very troubled. Aha, yeah. Vanquishing enemy groups will replenish your flasks. So, you might get one or two more uses out of your flasks if you kill all enemies in a specific group. So where was that thing pointing? I don't really see it anymore. It's very faint. Thing is, I think I already know. Spoiler alert. Well, what's this? A tarnished golden sunflower. And a mushroom. Aha! What's this? A door. Oh, look at that. There's a site of grace. Let's cautiously proceed into this place. Something could be around any corner. The Stormfoot Catacombs. Alright, well, this is getting pretty dark and dangerous pretty quick, folks. I think we found our first dungeon. So, I think I'm going to end it here for today. So again, if you've been watching, thanks. And feel free to like and subscribe. Comment below if you think I should be doing anything different. If you would just prefer I skip to the good parts. Or if you'd like to see the long play with the commentary. That's my preferred method. That's cool too. Catch you next time. Thanks.